Methodist Adam Clarke might be a name you have never heard of, yet this man wrote one of the most comprehensive commentaries on the Bible. His commentary took him 40 years to complete and is approximately 6,000 pages in length, still one of the longest commentaries on the whole Bible in the world. Adam Clarke was a second-generation Methodist after John and Charles Wesley, and like John, Adam Clarke had very little good to say about Roman Catholicism. Unlike John, Adam Clarke's words were less empathetic toward the errors of Roman Catholicism, and Clarke often included the Roman Catholic Church as a central part of the Babylonian system in the Book of Revelation. He even called Roman Catholicism a, quote, monstrous system of superstition and idolatry, and praises the Reformation as, quote, directed by the Spirit of a living God. Truly, Adam Clarke was no fan of the papacy. What is curious about Clarke is a reference in his commentary to the year 2015. In this particular footnote on Daniel 7:25, we see Clarke once again link the Roman papal power to the apostasy found in the end. It is here that he mentions this system will end in 2015.
Until a time and the dividing of time. In a prophetic language, a time signifies a year, and a prophetic year has a year for each day. 3 years and a half, a day standing for a year, as in chapter 9 verse 24, will amount to 1,260 years, if we reckon 30 days to each month, as the Jews do. If we knew precisely when the papal power began to exert itself in the anti-Christian way, then we could at once fix the time of its destruction. The end is probably not very distant. It has already been grievously shaken by the French. In 1798 the French Republican Army under General Berthier took possession of the city of Rome, and entirely superseded the whole papal power. This was a deadly wound, though at present it appears to be healed, but it is but skinned over, and a dreadful cicatrice remains. The Jesuits, not Jesus, are now the Church's doctors. If the papal power, as a horn or temporal power, be intended here, which is most likely, and we know that that power was given in 755 to Pope Stephen II by Pepin, King of France, counting 1,260 years from that, we are brought to AD 2015, about 190 years from the present AD 1825.
Adam Clarke believed the time of the papacy's destruction could be identified using the Jewish calendar. He counted days according to the Jewish calendar and converted these days into years. He arrives at 2015. According to Clarke, Pepin, King of France, essentially gave power to Pope Stephen to govern after he was victorious in battle over the Lombards in 755. The Lombards were occupying Italy at the time. Clarke refers later to a, quote, deadly wound, unquote, that was healed, and says that the Jesuits and not Jesus are in control of the Roman Catholic Church, an interesting claim considering that Pope Francis is the first Jesuit to serve the role of pontiff. Based on Adam Clarke's commentary, the papal power will come to an end in 2015, which could coincide with the destruction of the Vatican City in the prophecies penned by Malachi Morgair, called the Prophecy of the Popes, which ends with the mysterious Petrus Romanus.